Hello there. Welcome to Sumit Academy. I do hope that you have subscribed to my do subscribe now so that you do not miss out previous or future videos. In this video, we shall talk about how to join the Indian Air Force. The Indian Air Force was officially established on 8th October 1932. Its first flight came into being on the 1st of April 1933 at Drig Road, Karachi. It took off as a tiny fleet with 4 Westland Wapiti Army cooperative biplanes, 6 RAF trained officers, and 19 Hawaii Sepoys. Today, it is the fourth largest air force in the world with a highly technical and specialized fighting force that safeguards our skies against enemy invasions. The motto of the Indian Air Force, Navasprusham Deeptam, touch the sky with glory, has been taken from the 11th chapter of the Gita, the discourse given by Lord Krishna to Arjun on the battlefield of Kurukshetra during the great war of Mahabharata. The Lord is showing his supreme divine form to Arjun, and the great form of the Lord is reaching the sky with glory, evoking fear and loss of self control in the mind of Arjun. The Indian Air Force similarly aims to overwhelm adversaries with application of aerospace power in defense of the nation. So, how do you join this elite force? How do you become a part of one of the fighting forces in the world? Well, depending on your age and qualification, there are two ways you can join, either as a commissioned officer or as an airman. Both are critical and important stream of this aerial fighting force. In this video, let us discuss the ways in which you can join the Indian Air Force as an officer. As an officer in the Indian Air Force, you will inherit a glorious heritage and timeless traditions of the Indian Air Force, blended perfectly with the latest technology. As an officer in the Indian Air Force, you will strategize, lead, and manage. Depending on your qualifications, you could join one of the various branches in the Indian Air Force. Broadly, the Air Force has 3 branches with further substreams. These are, firstly, the flying branch, which flies 3 types of aircraft: fighters, transports, and helicopters. The ground duty technical branch has mechanical and electronics sub-branches, while the ground duty non-technical branch has administration, accounts, logistics, education, and meteorology as its vital components. For those of you who may be interested, I belong to the education branch and rose up to head it before my retirement. Now let us see how to join as per our qualifications. The first stage obviously is the 10 plus 2 stage, or just after you finish your schooling. Sorry girls, as of now only boys could be part of the Indian Air Force family by applying for NDA, National Defence Academy. For you, there are other avenues available. Now, boys have to take the NDA entrance exam conducted by the UPSC twice a year, the advertisement for which is published in the Employment News in January and June each year. Candidates shortlisted for Indian Air Force after the initial selection procedure go through a rigorous 3-year training regimen at the National Defence Academy at Khadagwasla near Pune. followed by specialized training at the Air Force Academy or other training bases of the Indian Air Force. Thereafter, they are commissioned as permanent commissioned officers and posted as pilots at any of the Air Force stations. To be in the National Defense Academy, boys must be in the age group of 16 and a half to 19 and a half years at the time of commencement of course and must have passed their 10+2 with physics and mathematics. Appearing final year students are also eligible to apply. Do look out for the UPSC advertisement in the months of January and June and apply as per the guidelines posted in the website www.upsc.gov.in. Okay, if you have missed out on that, then do complete your graduation or post-graduation and apply again. This time, you can apply for both flying as well as for ground duty branches. And yes, at this stage, girls too can apply. As a graduate or an engineer, you enter the flying branch through the Air Force Academy. There are now 3 ways for graduates or even engineers to join the flying branch. The first is the Combined Defense Services Examination known as the CDSE, which is open for men only. It offers a permanent commission. You must be between the ages of 20 to 24 years at the time of commencement of course. Indian nationality is a must and you must be unmarried. As for educational qualifications are concerned, you must be a graduate of a 3-year course in any discipline from a recognized university with physics and mathematics at 10+2 level or a BE or BTech 4-year course. Final year and final semester students are also eligible to apply provided they produce degree certificate issued by the university as per the dates stipulated in the advertisement. There is no percentage bar for CDSE entry. Advertisements are released by the UPSC in the months of November and August. The second mode of entry is the NCC Special Entry. And yes, girls, this is open for you. As an Air Wing Senior Division C certificate holder of the National Cadet Corps, you can apply to the flying branch of the Indian Air Force. Permanent commission is offered for men and short service commission for men and women. You must be in the age group of 20 to 24 years at the time of commencement of course. Upper age limit for candidates holding valid and current commercial pilot license issued by DGCA India is relaxed up to 26 years at the time of commencement of course. As with all branches of the Indian Air Force, you must have Indian nationality and must be unmarried. Candidates should have mandatorily passed with a minimum of 50% marks each in maths and physics as 10+2 level and have a graduation with minimum 3 years degree course in any discipline from a recognized university with a minimum of 60% marks or equivalent or be a BE or BTech degree. 4 years course from a recognized university with a minimum of 60% marks or should have cleared Section A and B examination of associate membership of Institution of Engineers India or Aeronautical Society of India from a recognized university with a minimum of 60% marks or equivalent. Final year, final semester students are also eligible to apply provided they do not have any present backlog at the time of the Air Force Selection Board testing and produce degree certificate issued by the university as per the date stipulated in the advertisement. The validity of the NCC Air Wing Senior Division C certificate is 2 years before the date of commencement of the course. Advertisement for NCC Special Entry is released by the Indian Air Force in the months of June and December. The third mode of entry into the flying branch for graduates is the SSC or Short Service Commission entry for both men and women. You can apply through AFCAT, the Air Force Common Admission Test. Do keep in mind that the Short Service Commission in Flying Branch is for 14 years with no further extension. You should be in the age bracket of 20 to 24 years at the time of commencement of course. Upper age limit for candidates holding valid and current commercial pilot license issued by DGCA India is relaxed up to 26 years at the time of commencement of course. You must be of Indian nationality and single. And do remember that the AFCAT advertisement is issued in June and December every year. Let's now move on to the ground duty branches. Managing human and material resources, the ground duty non-technical branch is the mechanism that steers the Indian Air Force. Let us first see the general eligibility criteria for ground duty non-technical branches. For this, you must be in the age group of 20 to 26 years at the time of commencement of course. Candidates below the age of 25 years must be unmarried. Only Indian nationals are eligible to apply. All these branches offer a permanent commission for men and short service commission for both men and women. First, you can consider joining the administration branch. This branch is responsible for the efficient management of both human and material resources. Some of the officers of the administration branch are selected and trained to carry out duties related to air traffic control, which involves maintaining an orderly flow of traffic and airspace management, and fighter control, which involves close contact and supervision between the air and radar for effective airspace management. Educational qualification for the administration branch are 10 plus 2 and graduate degree, that's a minimum 3-year degree course in any discipline from a recognized university with 60% marks or equivalent, or cleared section A and B examination of associate membership of Institutions of Engineers India or Aeronautical Society of India from a recognized university with a minimum of 60% marks or equivalent. Next, we have the accounts branch. Officers of the accounts branch are responsible for efficient financial management of funds. Educational qualifications required are a BCom degree of a minimum 3 years course or Bachelor of Business Administration with specialization in finance, or Bachelor of Management Studies with specialization in finance, or Bachelor of Business Studies with specialization in finance, or should be qualified CA, CMA, CS, or CFA, or a BSc with specialization in finance. Must have at least 60% marks from a recognized university. Next on offer is the logistics branch. This is responsible for materials management of all Air Force resources. Candidates must have passed 10 plus 2 and have a graduate degree of a minimum 3-year degree course in any discipline from a recognized university with 60% marks or equivalent, or cleared Section A and B examination of Associate Membership of Institution of Engineers India or Aeronautical Society of India from a recognized university. Next, we come to my field of specialization, the education branch, which I served for more than 33 years and ultimately headed. It requires a 10 plus 2 and post graduation with 50% in any discipline, including integrated courses offering PG, that is single degree without permission to exit and lateral entry, and with 60% marks in graduation in any discipline. Here, you would deal with the chain of Air Force schools across the country and have the opportunity to work in the field of public relations, intelligence, and law, as well as handle promotion and recruitment examinations. And finally, a very specialized job available for you is in the meteorology branch. As a meteorological officer, you would be involved in handling the latest satellite imagery and state-of-the-art monitoring equipment, and you would render specific advice to the flying branch on all aspects of weather. You must have a 10 plus 2 and post-graduation degree in any science stream or mathematics or statistics or geography or computer applications or environmental science or applied physics or oceanography or agriculture, meteorology or ecology and environment or geophysics or environmental biology. Candidates should have scored a minimum 50% marks in aggregate in all papers of post-graduation put together, provided maths and physics were studied at graduation level with a minimum of 55% marks in both. Okay, so you have completed or are about to complete your engineering degree. What does the Indian Air Force have for you? Let's have a look. As an officer in the technical branch, you propel and manage your team to ensure that the Indian Air Force remains airworthy. You would be in charge of some of the most sophisticated equipment in the world. Both boys and girls are eligible to apply and must be in the age group of 20 to 26 years at the time of commencement of course. As usual, you should be an Indian, and candidates below the age of 25 years should be unmarried. At present, the entry is through the AFCAT only, but depending on requirement, a UES or University Entry Scheme is frequently activated. The UES is for male candidates and grants a permanent commission to those currently studying in pre-final year of BTech or BE degree course. There must be no backlog or area of papers of previous semesters at the time of SSB testing. On completion of degree, minimum 60% of marks in aggregate in all papers put together are mandatory. Let's move on to the AFCAT entry for the technical branch. The first on offer is the aeronautical engineering branch. You can apply after completion of engineering degree or while in your final year or final semester of engineering. Like the non-technical branches, it too offers permanent commission for men and Short Service Commission for men and women. Final year students are eligible to apply, provided they do not have any present backlog at the time of SSB testing and they produce provisional or original degree issued by the university as per the date stipulated in the advertisement. Let's look at the educational qualification required. Now, this branch is divided into two. The first is the Aeronautical Engineer Electronics. Candidates with a minimum of 50% marks each in physics and mathematics at 10 plus 2 level and a minimum of 4 years degree graduation or integrated post-graduation qualification in engineering or technology from a recognized university, or those who have cleared section A and B examination of associate membership of Institution of Engineers India or Aeronautical Society of India or graduate membership examination of the Institution of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers by actual studies with a minimum of 60% marks or equivalent may apply. The list of 27 qualifying subjects is rather long and can be seen in the following slides. The other part is the Aeronautical Engineer Mechanical. Candidates with a minimum of 50% marks each in physics and mathematics at 10 plus 2 level and a minimum of 4 years degree graduation or integrated post-graduation qualification in engineering or technology from recognized university, or those who have cleared sections A and B examination of associate membership of Institution of Engineers India or Aeronautical Society of India by actual studies with a minimum of 60% marks or equivalent may apply. The list of 19 eligible subjects is once again listed in the following slides. As I have mentioned, there are two types of commissioned officers. These are the permanent commission and the other is the short service commission. A permanent commission means a career in the Air Force till you retire. Though this at present given only to men candidates, short service commission women officers of education and accounts branch only are being considered for permanent commission. Option for permanent commission will be considered or offered on successful completion of short service SSC tenure subject to vacancies, suitability, merit, willingness, and service requirements. The other type of commission is short service commission. A short service commission means a limited period career in the Air Force. It is open for both men and women and is available to graduate and postgraduate entries only. In the flying branch, the engagement period is 14 years from the date of commissioning, which is not extendable. In the ground duty technical and ground duty non-technical branches, the engagement period would be for 10 years. An extension of 4 years may be granted subject to vacancies, availability, merit, willingness, and service requirement. But as I said, that for the accounts and the education branches, the short service lady officers also will be considered for permanent commission. Candidates below 25 years of age must be unmarried. Now, the term unmarried excludes widower and divorcee, even though without encumbrances. Marriage is not permitted during training. Married candidates above 25 years of age are eligible to apply, but during training period, they will neither be provided married accommodation nor can they live out with family. Candidates should not have been arrested, convicted, or prosecuted on criminal charges. Candidates who have been withdrawn or suspended from defense training establishments on grounds of discipline are not eligible to apply. And finally, how much will you be paid? Even before you are commissioned as an officer in the Indian Air Force, you start earning a monthly stipend of rupees 56,100 during the last 1 year of your training period at any of the Air Force training institutes. On being commissioned in the first rank of flying officer, your pay in pay band, which is common to all branches, is rupees 56,100 per month. You will be placed in level 10 in the pay matrix of 7th CPC, that is 56,100 to 69,000. In addition, you will get a military service pay of rupees 15,500 per month. Other allowances such as transport allowance, children education allowance, HRA, etc. are also admissible to officers. In addition, the newly commissioned officers in flying and technical branches also get a flying allowance for flying branch officers and technical allowance for technical branch officers. As you grow in rank and stature in the Air Force, your income and other entitlements also increase in harmony with your enhanced responsibilities. And a final word. After you pass your written exam, you will be called for the Air Force Selection Board, the AFSB, which are located at Dehradun, Varanasi, and Mysore. What happens there? Well, do see my 8 videos on SSB and you shall be fully prepared. That's all from me in this video. I express my gratitude to the Air Force career website for all the information provided here. This does keep changing, so keep visiting the website careerairforce.nic.in for latest updates. I do hope that you like this video. Do subscribe to my channel so that you do not miss out on my previous or future videos. Till later then, cheerio.